this is Bob, and in this real estate video, I'm going to be teaching you how to best leverage your customer reviews. Yes, you can mess it up and make them way less valuable. You see, there's basically a couple ways to look at customer reviews. Where you're going to put them up, and basically why, and if you can kind of help make the review, well, what do you want them to be, at least be highlighting about you? So 3 basic things. First one is the more strategic, where you're going to put your reviews, how many websites you're going to put your reviews on. So first thing you need to realize is a review is only as good or as valuable as it is as the number of people looking at it and the value of each person who is looking at it. So if some guy who has no interest in real estate looks at your review, that's not worth much. Or if you have an amazing review and nobody sees it, well, then that's not worth much either, right? So the main thing here is you need to consider, where are you going to put those reviews? Are you going to put it on some place like Zillow? Are you going to put it on Yelp? Are you going to put it on Google Reviews? How are you going to get the reviews? Things like that. So let's dig into that a little bit. Let's first go with different websites and why you would choose each one. First, we'll start off with one that probably everyone knows. Let's go with Zillow. Zillow is probably best if you want to buy or sell single-family homes. In which case, that is a very top-heavy real estate agent review place. So if you're just starting out and you are really trying to get reviews, trying to get noticed, Zillow's going to be tough because there's going to be people on there with hundreds of reviews. How are you going to get hundreds of reviews? I mean, if you haven't even done a deal, I mean, mom and grandma, those are worth 2. And then also it's your mom and it's your grandma, so some people might see through that and they're like, ah. So maybe you want to focus on other places where there's less reviews, but a lot of people looking at it. So another place you might want to think about, but still has a whole lot of juice behind it, is Yelp. Yelp can be really great because in a lot of cases, there's really not as many reviews going on. The problem is, if you're a real estate agent, Yelp is probably going to just stick to your business. So your reviews will help you to an extent, but it will also help your business. So it's kind of or the brokerage that you join. However, while it is not directly just saying you, if the review says your name and you're the majority of the reviews on your brokerage's lists of reviews on Yelp, normally when the people call in, I know this from experience, normally when the people call in, they will ask for you by name. And what's kind of nice is if you have other agents on there, all with a sprinkle of reviews as well, you're bringing yourself to the top of the Yelp search engine, the list of top 10s, the top 10 property managers, the top 10 agents. Yelp has a lot of these reviews, and actually Yelp has done a really good job in the past year or 2 getting themselves on top of the Google rankings, like the Google search, like best real estate agent Phoenix. Yelp will generally be on the first page of its own list. So you can kind of hijack being on the top front page of Google by getting onto Yelp. See how that worked? Now, next part, Google. Should you get your reviews on Google? Well, yes and no. The main beautiful thing with Google is if you have your own realtor website. If you have a bunch of reviews on Google for your personal real estate agent website, not necessarily for your brokerage, that will help get you to the front page, which is always a wonderful, beautiful thing that is Google. The negative, however, is if you're dealing with people who are typing in whatever into Google, is you have people who are likely a little less focused. So you might be getting a lot more people who are more nibblers than biters, if you can follow what I'm trying to say here, because they haven't necessarily dedicated themselves to a specific website, to this, that. They haven't really looked as much. Like if you're looking at someone and they're talking to you via Zillow, there's a good chance they've been looking other places, or they've looked into the market, they've clicked and they've looked around at other houses. People who just searched on Google, maybe less. They literally might be just going down the list of Google search or Google local, and they're just calling the first 10 people, which is great because you're getting calls, but it can also be a little bit less valuable. Also, that's a longer term play. Don't expect to get the front of Google anytime soon. I would budget a couple years. It ain't easy. If you're in the city, if you're in a smaller town, maybe you'll take over. I don't know. So that was what you do. So the next question is, are you going to put them all in the same spot? Are you going to do all of that? Are you going to put them all on Zillow, or are you going to evenly distribute them? I'd say the main thing is, if you get a customer or a client to review you, just ask them to please copy paste the same review to all 3 spots. Make it easy in a general email. If you think they're a little touchy, if they're old school or something, then take off Yelp, because Yelp only will truly value your reviews, the customer's review, if they've been reviewing other things. So if they don't have a Yelp account, it ain't gonna count anyway. So if they have nothing behind them, then Zillow will work, and places like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. I like Realtor.com, and that other one I said. Just those. Those are good ones to go with. So there we did the leverage, and I went over that. That's basically it. Yep, good enough. That's it for this week, guys. If you have any other things you want to talk about, please like this video. Please comment upon it. I am always making new videos, and if you have questions, I will answer them. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Bye.